Felix, you're crazy. Yeah? Are you just gonna stay here? Yeah? Are you just gonna stay here? Okay. Hey, it's me, and today I'm gonna be tie-dyeing. As you can see, I'm outside. It's finally just a good day to go outside. I'm joined by Felix, who will for some reason not get off this table right now. So he's just gonna stay here for the intro and who knows how long. And just since we're getting started out here in the outdoors, it's just a hair breezy today. So if at any point the audio gets messed up, I'm sorry. I didn't want to bring my microphone out here, all of my nice stuff, and potentially get tie-dye on it. So we're just dealing with what we got. I'm just gonna talk loud and that'll be it. So I won this kit from an arcade when I went on vacation to Myrtle Beach. This was probably one of the only prizes that really sparked my interest. So I spent about triple the amount of what I should have on this. So I probably lost money getting this. And on top of that, I had to buy things to tie-dye. So I've spent a pretty good amount of money on this video. Now I'm gonna be reviewing this product because I haven't done a product review in a while, and I figured this is the perfect opportunity. So we're gonna be reviewing this arcade tie-dye kit by It's So Me. On the package, it says you are supposed to microwave it, so this should take significantly less time than your traditional tie-dyeing. So I'm kind of hoping that this video goes by a little bit quicker than I'm thinking it will. Also, I'm fighting daylight because I'm filming this in the evening time. I've got a few hours, but my goal is to get this done before it starts getting pretty dark out. It has 3 neon colors, so we got a neon pink, yellow, and blue, and it's supposed to dye up to 12 projects. So I have exactly 12 projects, and I'm gonna see how far I can push these 3 bottles of dye. I do not have high hopes for this actually doing 12 projects, but I am excited to try this. In this kit, it includes 3 tie-dye bottles with the dye, 1 microwave tie-dye bag, which is the package it comes in, 1 fabric scrunchie, 1 microwave drying rack, 1 pair of gloves, and 20 rubber bands. It also has instructions, but I kind of expect that from a kit. So I'm going to show you what I got to tie-dye. I have 2 head wraps. I don't usually wear head wraps, but if it's tie-dye, I'll try it. You like playing with it? I got 2 bucket hats. Again, I don't wear bucket hats, but I've always wanted to try it. I got this shirt that I'm kind of excited about. Not sure how it will look tie-dyed, but I'm hoping it'll be cute. Tank tops like this. I'm really into my tank tops lately. I wanted to continue that with my tie-dye experience, so I got 2 of those. And then I also got 2 of these kinds of tank tops. So a little bit different style, but still a tank top. And then I got just a classic t-shirt, because how can you get away? Felix, don't bite my shirt. Felix, my goodness. Because you can't do tie-dyeing without your classic shirt. So I got 2 t-shirts. One of them is a V-neck. I actually picked up the t-shirts first and then saw all of the other shirts that I could get. I saw that they were cotton, and they were also a lot more comfortable in my style, so we're gonna try those. I got all of the clothing items from Walmart, and they were pretty cheap for each of them. I tried to not spend a ton of money, so if you're looking to get some nice shirts for tie-dyeing, go to Walmart, they've got them. Felix, are you getting delusional? What is wrong with you? You You wanting to play? My goodness. My goodness. What? Quit biting it. Felix. Oh my gosh. I can't get this. There we go. My goodness. You're just being playful, honey. My hope is that I can get through 12 projects. I don't think I will, so I'm just gonna start with ones that I really want done. I think I'm actually gonna start with one of these tank tops. So let's get into it. You're silly. You are so silly today. What is he doing? You're so silly. You're just a little kitten. Okay, let go. Let go. No. Hey, let go. You're clawing me. Sheesh. So let's unbox the kit so that we know what we're working with. I have waited. What are you doing? What are you doing? I have waited to do the unboxing so that we could experience this together. So right off, we have 3 bottles for dye. These are a lot smaller than I imagined they were. We have the drying rack, which I'm not sure how you're supposed to use that yet. My bonus scrunchie to tie-dye. Rubber bands, rubber gloves, and this is our microwave bag, and then instructions. So what I like about this is that it gives you different ties that you can do, and I like that because I love tie-dyeing, but I'm inexperienced with the different kinds of ties. I barely know how to do the twist one where you pinch it, twist it, do all that stuff. I'm barely good at that. So I like that there are different options to try, and then it tells me how to microwave it. So when you get done with your project, you have to let it sit for 30 minutes, and then you put this little rack underneath the project in the bag. So then you seal the bag and you put it in the microwave, and it wants me to microwave for 2.5 minutes or so, which seems crazy to me, but I'll try it. I have to go wet my shirt that I'm about to do and fill up my bottles of dye with warm water. My gut instinct was to ignore the warm part and just put it in cool water, but I guess I probably should do it correctly or else I'm gonna regret it. So I'm gonna go do all of that, and then I will be back to tie-dye my first shirt. So it took me a second, but I have now tied up my first tank top. I went with the one they called Trendy Twists. So you make some pleats in it, which I don't know how good I did at making pleats, but I did that and then tied it off every so often. What I'm gonna do is go in with pink and yellow because somehow I got a dot of both of those colors on this when I hadn't even had the bottles open. So I've got 3 bottles of dye. It said the color would be lighter if you filled them up, but I really want to try pushing for that 12 projects. So I filled them up all the way with the understanding that they may be a little bit more pastel than neon. I'm going to give these another little shake. They're sealed off pretty good, so I'm not too scared of them, but still I'm handling dye, which is why I'm wearing dark clothing. I should have just worn black, but I didn't want to wear black because I don't wear black that much. So there we are. The first part of the dyeing process always kind of scares me because I'm afraid I'm going to really mess something up. But fortunately, we've got a wet shirt, so the color kind of saturates a little better. Go ahead and cap that off. go in with my yellow. I'm also thinking that with my bucket hats, I'm gonna try and match them a little bit so that I have a tie-dye outfit to wear. That is that one. I meant to put my gloves on and forgot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I have to go to work tomorrow and I don't think I should go to work with pink, yellow, and blue dyed hands. I must say, these are a lot more sturdy gloves than I have had before. They're really loud, but they're something. So now I have to let this sit for 30 minutes. I'm just gonna sit them aside, and then as I go, I'll be able to take them in and microwave them. I'm not gonna worry too much about that 30 minutes because the more time it has to sit, the more time it can just do its thing. I will say this blue is a lot lighter than I was expecting, even though I knew I was kind of diluting the dye. But I don't know, it might be cute. Here's this one. Set that over. So there's the hat that should match my tank top. We still got about half of my dye, so that is 3 projects. And yes, I have been pretty conservative with the amount of dye I'm putting on these. So for this one, I'm gonna go with all 3 colors because I can. And that also allows me to soak up this dye right here because I'm not wasting it. It's right there, I can use it. So that's gonna be my first yellow section. That over there. So I've only been tie-dyeing for about 20 minutes now, and I've already got 4 projects done, which is great. I think I'm gonna do this cinch top. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? You good boy? What? Oh my goodness, you are so pretty, you know that? Chance has also joined. He's been outside this whole time and is just now visiting. You see everybody? You don't even know they're there. So many people know you, buddy. So many. I got a little ambitious and I wet more than I probably should have. So we'll see if I can get them done. Ugh, run out of yellow though. I had plans though. No, I'm about out of yellow. Ah. Okay, there's the sunburst. Nice and yellow. At what cost? I may have to make some makeshift dye. I don't know if I can handle it. Ah! I don't know if I can handle it. Because I was wanting to do more with the yellow. I may have to improvise because I had plans already. So here's another one. I wanted to go blue with this one and then add yellow in to create some green. So I might have to make some makeshift yellow dye because I don't know if I can handle not doing this now because I really want to push this. But if this is as far as some of the dye gets me, that will be the cutoff for how many projects this kit got me through. At least with a full set of colors. I don't know about that, y'all. That doesn't look as good as I imagined in my head. That's what you run into sometimes. Some of your projects don't turn out the way you imagined, and there goes my yellow dye. Darn. Okay, well, I'm gonna go make some dye. At this point, I'm gonna say that the kit will not get you through 12 projects with all 3 colors involved. I will be back. So I've now made makeshift yellow and blue. Blue I'm more confident about, yellow not so much. I'm just gonna see how it goes. And that was me being conservative with my dye. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one with my new yellow dye to try and make it consistent. Now Felix, you can't be doing that, buddy. I'm gonna put dye on you. So right now, it doesn't look horrible. It's just absolutely not what I was expecting. That's okay. Sometimes unexpected things happen and you just have to go with it. Go ahead and put that over here. That one is loose because it's just a crumble, so I'm gonna finish it off over here. So I'm not expecting as good of a result using the blue and yellow from here on out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my second bucket hat. This one is meant to match the shirts that have blue in them. Beautiful. Now we let that one sit. That one was easy. We have done 7 projects now. Now we have a crumple head wrap. I'm gonna make this one match my blue and green. But the beauty is that it's just a crumple. We're getting closer. That's 8 out of 12. I'm getting attacked. That's a big gust of wind, y'all. So the next 2, I want to make a matching set. So I'm wanting to do pink and orange. This is one of the head wraps and this is one of just the standard tank tops. So I'm gonna try and do that. And death to pink. That is the last of my pink. Alright, that is looking interesting. There's that. Better not let that hang too much. Yeah, that's wanting to drip. Ugh. Right there. So now we have a scrunchie. We got 2 more. I think we can make it. 2 more. I'm gonna make this one yellow because I already have a blue scrunchie that I made a little while back. Made a video on that one. You should go watch it. That'll look good. That one's the easiest one ever. So now I have some dye that I can use for the V-neck t-shirt. So I am gonna go wet that one and tie it up and get back to you with some kind of design choice because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it right now. I think I'm about to do this t-shirt dirty because I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm just gonna rub it on the table and see what happens. I don't know, it just sounds fun and reckless in a way. I am gonna crumple it because that's the easiest way to do this. And then I'm just gonna, oh, that feels wrong. Oh, that's kind of cute. Hold up. Yeah, that's a shirt. Okay, and then I'm just gonna crumple, and I'm gonna put yellow in the middle. I have lost my mind, folks. blue on the outside. Okay, now we'll see how that turns out. I'm not real sure about it. I just went a little willy-nilly. I lost my mind. So I'm gonna let that one just chill where it's at because it's time to start microwaving and washing. So I'm really curious to see how everything turned out. So I'm gonna go microwave them. I'm not gonna show you any of that process because it's just putting them in the microwave and going for it. But I will show you once they're out, and we will talk about what I think of this kit. It's gonna be an interesting review, folks. Hi. So it has been 2 whole days since I last spoke to the camera. As you can tell, I'm wearing a different shirt, same hairstyle and everything. I have been to work today, so if I look a little greasy or anything, that's why. Not only was I working, but I was letting everything process. After I microwaved them, I rinsed them all out that night at about 10 o'clock p.m. and then had them sit outside and dry overnight and throughout most of the day. And then today I came home and I rinsed them out again because the instructions said to wash them, and then I had to let them air dry and then dry them in the dryer a little bit because they're cotton and they will shrink. So here's your first tip. Always size up, because when they do shrink, you want them to be comfortable on you, right? So size up. So let's talk about the kit. Let's review it before we talk about what I actually did. So I figured I should probably just kind of show you the instructions and just show you how detailed they were. This adds lots of brownie points to my review because it gave me not only instructions to complete this, but different ways to tie my shirts up. And it also shows you on the bottom what those will look like. On here it also shows you your microwave times approximately. After I did the first one, I just eyeballed it. It's a strange smell. It's not a burning smell. It's a very clean, wet shirt smell. These are very detailed, and I really appreciate detailed instructions, even if I know how to tie-dye already. Having instructions there in front of me helps me to do my best, and also helps me to complete the kit as it wants me to. So this was the first tank top that I did. I went pretty easy and I did some stripes, some pink and yellow stripes. My goal was just to get my feet wet with that, so I didn't really try anything too crazy. Honestly, I think this might be one of the best turnouts that I had. You know, color-wise, they stayed neon, they stayed nice and bright. But yeah, I absolutely love this one, and the fit is perfect on me, even after drying. And I also made one of my bucket hats match it. Now, I do like this, and I like the design of it. I think the hat may be a tad small on me, just a little bit. And I do wish some of the colors had been brighter and also more even. There's a side of it that's not fully saturated with color. But overall, I do like this combo. Next is my completely yellow tie-dye. This was done with the Sunburst pattern. It is also a tank top, but it has a little bit more pizzazz to it. I did this one completely yellow purely by the name of the tie I was doing, the Sunburst. It just made me think of yellow. Now where I went wrong was with the scrunchie. I intended for the scrunchie to be yellow, but this is when I had to make my own dye out of yellow food coloring. Not only that, but it was the wrong shade of yellow. So if you're gonna try some tie-dyeing, don't be a hero, just go buy the dye. Next is this other tank top that's kind of like the first one that I did. It's the same exact shirt, just pink and I mixed an orange that didn't really take as well as I expected it to. I don't really remember how I folded this one. I think I folded it to make some vertical stripes or something, but it really looks like marbling now, but I kind of like that. And there's a hint of orange in it, which is more of a pinky orange, so kind of like a peach color. It looks nice next to it, and it's really super soft, and I know I will wear this when I'm out and about. Next is the standard t-shirt. I've never done a bullseye one ever. I usually go for the swirl, and I did blue on the outside, pink in the middle ring, and purple for the bullseye, and I think that it turned out really nice. But I do like this shirt and I will be wearing it. Next is the wild card. This one I still am not sure about. Sometimes I think it looks good, other times I really do think that it was just the last thought. I wanted to try and get blue and green, but I didn't have enough dye, so I ended up smearing it on the table where there was already some dye, and you can kind of see some splotches of color where I did lay it on the table, and I like that it has a little personality, but it's just not 100% my forte. It's also just a little bit too small. I did not size up because I couldn't find a V-neck in a larger size. I made a mistake. So for this one, I also have a head wrap. I was really unsure of how to put this on. As you can see, that was my first time actually putting it on. The only thing I didn't like about these head wraps was that their color did not stay in as well. And I don't know if that's an error on my part. I may just re-tie-dye them later on with some darker colors and try and save them, kind of like that scrunchie. But I feel like I could pull this off if I just knew how to style it. So it's a maybe from me on the head wrap, but maybe if I knew how to style it, it would be cute. And here's my favorite in 3, 2, 1. So this final one is my favorite. It turned out the best. I love that all 3 colors are nice and bright in different places. This is that standard spiral that you see on most tie-dye shirts. I love how the colors mesh together perfectly, and there's just enough white space to really give it room to breathe. I think I will wear this one the most, and especially on hot days. I also have a head wrap to match it, but I really don't know how to style these. As I tried with the other one, I just don't know how to style it. So give me some tips and tricks, because I feel like this could be really cute if I could pull it off, but I don't know how to pull it off. So would I do this kit again? Maybe if I bought it off the shelf. I will say it's a very good kit. It gave me everything that I needed, minus the shirts. I did get 12 projects done, but barely. I could not get through all of the projects with all 3 colors, so that plays into it. Also, I'm sure the size of your shirts and what you're doing with them and how much you saturate it also affects how this turns out for you. It did work for me. I got a lot of good results. I would say that you should probably just stick to 4, maybe 5 projects just to make sure that you get the best quality possible. So is it 12 projects? I would say no. You're probably looking at more like 10. That was a firework. I did get through 12. So go ahead and check this out. I hope you enjoyed watching me tie-dye, and I will see you all next week.